and welcome back to Tina's Tea. This is episode lucky number 13. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll only do this in one shot and I won't have to re-record, and that would be super freaking awesome. So today is January 17th, 2026, and here's what's new in the shop. We have last week's Wild Card Wednesday, which I decided to call umaboshi, which is Japanese for a sour plum dish. I think they're like salted and fermented. I haven't tried it yet, but I could easily go get some. So maybe I'll do that one of these days, just because I'm curious. I kind of want to know what salted and fermented plums taste like. So I was kind of thinking, and I think, hold up, got it right next to me. It's kind of almost like a darker version of Fruitetto, but not really. Like a darker, browner version. Because what they have in common is that they both have the kind of pinks and the little bare hints of green. I kind of wanted to stripe these together in a, like, not stripe, but like blended stripes. But, I don't know. I think I'll have to try it and see how it goes. We'll see. I like the idea. I don't know if the execution is going to be so great. So anyway, umaboshi, it's in the shop. As you can see, I have finished my fancy schmancy gloves. I decided this time, because for the purple pair, I just did stockinette for the bows. And then this time, I actually used my frickin' brain. And I was like, well, if you do the knit slip pattern, you won't have to block it because it won't curl. So that's what I did. And I got my little crown buttons, and you'll see I'm wearing my fancy, the nails that I made to match the yarn for my cozy afternoon sweater, which, yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that right now, because boy, let me tell you, I got story time about this sweater. So, you'll remember last week, the width is roughly the length of a football field. So I did the neckline. I picked up and I knitted. It's a good size neckline now. I'm not unhappy with it. As you can see, I did not weave in the ends. The thing about it, so I was really curious as to why this came out so huge, and I thought to myself, I mean, because look at this. When I put this on, the shoulder seams are like right above my elbow. And I thought to myself, I was like, man, I should have done a gauge swatch. Dipshit, I did a gauge swatch. There's video of it. Y'all probably saw it. I remembered and I was like, oh shoot. Okay, well let me redo the math. Maybe I screwed up my math. So I go and I watch the video and I'm like, okay, 3 stitches to the inch. So I go back and I redo the math according to my math, which, okay, I'm really not good at math, but basic knitting math, multiplication, division, I can do those things. By my math, using the number of stitches that I had on my needles, this should only be like I would think 2 inches on either side, but 4 inches of positive ease total, which is a totally reasonable size for a comfy oversized sweater. I'm not even joking. I have like 10 inches of positive ease, at least. I don't even know how I would measure. It's huge. It's freaking huge. So, what I'm thinking to myself, my initial thought was, girl, just reclaim the yarn. Just redo it. Suck it up. Cut your losses. Just let it go. Just let it go, girl. But then I thought to myself, what if I get some black ribbon? Because, I mean, dude, my head went in all different directions. I'm like, should I steek it? Could I maybe like put a button band on it, like after I steek it, and maybe like pull in some of the extra material that way? And I was like, well, that wouldn't really fix the sleeves now, would it? So then I thought to myself, what if... Okay, so I'd probably put the holes like, well, not that I'm putting holes in. Okay, this is my idea. get black ribbon and kind of, okay, pretend this is the back of the sweater. So because the stitches are so big, because it's chunky yarn, if I get black ribbon and just like tie bows down the back, like 3 or 4 bows, and then just kind of like pull in the material that way. However, this is also contingent on, because somehow, and I don't know how I screwed this up, it's too short on me also, and I don't know if I mentioned that last time. It is too short. Too short on me, which is kind of amazing because I don't really have a torso. I mean, I've got boobs, so I guess that kind of makes up for the torso because, you need the extra material to go over it. Whatever. Anyway, regardless, it's too short and it's too wide. And I am determined to save it somehow. Even if the bows don't work out, I'm still going to reclaim the yarn and redo it. Because now that I know how terribly I misjudged it. The only thing I can think of is that maybe when I was knitting, because this is so heavy, maybe as I was knitting, the yarn got stretched out, and that's why it turned out so huge. I don't know. It's so big. So, which is wild because, like I mentioned, I'm not a skinny lady. So, all right, I'm taking these gloves off. It's getting a little warm. Let's show them off. Well, they are not on me. They're very pretty. I like them a lot, if I do say so myself. So, yeah. But at least I know what to do for the next attempt at it, which I'm going to be doing for the Dreams Sweater Make-Along. Dream Sweater Make-Along, yes. I know the names of my own make-alongs. Thank you very much. Thank you for asking, and how are you today? So, once I do that one, if I am going to reclaim the yarn from the sweater, it's going to be after that one so that I can be certain I'm not going to screw it up again. It's just, I mean, luckily it's, because it's so chunky, it's a fast knit. So if I do have to like completely redo it, it's not going to be terrible. I don't, I mean, I think I've mentioned this in the past. I tend to not be very emotionally invested in my knits. Like, I'm not going to cry about it and think of myself as a failure and I'm so stupid and this is such a drag. It's like, well, you screwed up, so now you know it doesn't work, and then you have to redo it. And I think it's worth doing. So if it's worth doing, sometimes it's worth redoing. And I wish I knew what I did wrong because the math should math. It should be fine. I don't know what I did wrong. For anybody curious, I believe my stitch count was 72 across eventually for each panel. So if you multiply that by 3, and then I guess divide by 44, however you want to do it. My biggest measurement is 44. So that's what I was using as a baseline. I may not have that number correct though, the 72 stitches. I'd have to look at my book. Regardless, just trust me, bro. You're just going to have to trust me, bro, on this. So anyway, on the bright side, I now know the sweater probably takes less yarn than I anticipated, so when I do redo it, I guess I'll have less yarn left over and it'll be faster to knit, or more yarn left over, rather. It'll be faster to knit. Anyway, you live, you knit, you learn. Next up, I finished the sock that I was going to finish. It is currently on my left foot, so I'm not going to show the camera because I'm just not that flexible and I would wind up knocking everything over. But rest assured, it is done. The other sock has a new soulmate. No pun intended, but that was good. That was good. Okay. I invented something today and I'm very proud of it, and by the time you watch this video, they'll be in the shop. So, I don't know about you guys, but, like these little needle threaders? This is my last one, well, before I bought a whole bunch of them. I lose those puppies. Sometimes they get, the wires are a little fragile, so sometimes if you're a little too rough with them, they might break. Or I bought a whole freaking pack of them just because, and then decided that because I saw they had holes in the top. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, why would you put a hole in the top of oh my God, and then a light bulb went off. And I realized you could put them on a string, you could put them on a bracelet, you could put them on a lobster clasp. And I also have a ton of nail decals because, like, obviously y'all know I do nails all the freaking time. So what I decided to do, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it very well in this light because once you get really close to the laptop, the light is bright. Anyway, we got our shiny little flower and butterfly here. I decorated both sides of each one. So they're fancy, but most importantly, they have a lobster clasp on the top. So you can clip them into your project bag or clip them to a project. And that way, you're less likely to lose them. So I am extremely very proud of these. And I'm going to put them in the shop. And then hopefully they will help people who also lose their freaking needle threaders all the time. So I was very proud of that idea. The 5 that are going in the shop are all blue, and they all have blue and gold and black themed decorations on them. So, if you decide to buy one, it'll just be like random assortment. I'm not listing each one separately. That's going to take me like a year and a half. But I think they're fun little doodads. So, what else? Oh, my clown barf sweater for the acrylic make along. I've had to pause this because I had to go on Amazon last night, and because I realized all these years of knitting, and somehow I don't have 40-inch size 8 circulars. I know this easily because thanks to dear Dawn, who made me a needle organizer a while back, I can easily look and say, gosh and golly, wow, I don't have 40-inch size 8s. That's really freaking bizarre. So, getting all tangled up over here. So I did have to pause for a bit, but allegedly, the needles are coming today. We did have snow today, so given that something else got delayed from Amazon, I'm kind of like 50-50 on whether or not it's actually going to get delivered today. But it's all right. I have plenty of other stuff to work on. I do really, really, really want to work on this, though, because look how sparkly it is. I decided to add holographic silver Lurex because why wouldn't I? If I can add sparkles to something, I'm absolutely going to do it. Not even a question. So, oh my gosh, it's mesmerizing. I swear to God, I just love it. I can't wait till it's done and I can wear it. And I should probably spend the time waiting for those needles working on the other sweaters that are also sparkly and have been languishing for months. I didn't finish my friend Anthony's hat yet. Could also do that tonight. That is also a possibility. I did also get work done on my Shark Week socks. So I'm going to be finishing these at some point in the near future. And then finally I can cast on with the yarn that Liz sent me, thankfully, because, God, I'm just chomping at the bit for that. I think that's it. I think that's it for stuff I've knitted this week. I'm very proud of myself, though. I finished stuff. I did a lot of what I said I was going to do, so that was pretty cool. And there was something else I wanted to mention. I've seen a trend lately. At first it was one video, and now I've seen a few more where people are expressing some kind of hesitation to post their knitting and their art on social media while the quote-unquote world is burning down. And there are 2 things I think of when I hear this, first of all. Number 1, you need to get off the goddamn internet and go touch grass, because the world is not burning down. There's conflict in certain areas, there's heightened activity in certain areas, but that's been true all through history. the world is not burning down. Nothing is ending. It's, don't do that. Second of all, the other thing that I thought of, that's just virtue signaling. Don't virtue signal. That's gay and retarded. Don't ever apologize for putting your art out there, for putting your knitting out there, for putting anything beautiful out there. Because if you truly feel that the world is ugly or going to shit or something, well, then you have a moral duty to counteract that ugliness and shit by putting something beautiful out there. So go forth, show off your knitting, bring some peace and happiness to the world. And don't fucking virtue signal. Oh my God, it's so tiresome. And what else gets me is that 5 years ago, when Stephen B said in the middle of 2020, why don't we all just go to our happy place and knit? And he got like absolutely excoriated for it. He got attacked. He got threatened. They tried to cancel him. So just shut up and knit. Just knit. If you want to knit and you want to enjoy your knitting, just do it. Nobody's stopping you. And anybody who tries to judge you for doing that, well, they can go suck a fat one. Simple as. You never ever should feel like you have to apologize for bringing joy and peace and beauty into the world. Don't ever let anybody make you feel guilty for that. So, and with that, I bid you adieu. I will be working on the new Wildcard Wednesday soon. Patreon yarns are almost all completely out. I was going to go to the post office today, however, like I said, snow. I didn't feel like walking to the faraway post office, so my apologies. It wasn't just me being lazy. Like I genuinely get concerned sometimes because there's a couple places where, I mean, even though I'm sure they get ticketed, people don't salt or shovel. Maybe they're not able to salt and shovel. There's a lot of elderly people around, so. But the sidewalks do get a little treacherous, and if I don't have to trek all the way somewhere, I won't generally. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you are interested in yarn shenanigans and yarn dyeing videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm still thinking of doing perhaps a live stream soon, just for funsies, just so we can chat while I knit. Maybe at some point during the day while my roommate's at work, so I don't have to worry about being interrupted or whatever. But, it would just be nice to chat and talk to people while I'm knitting. So I don't know what y'all do on Fridays, but maybe next Friday would be nice. Maybe like early afternoonish. I feel like a lot of people have Fridays off for some reason, so maybe that would be a good day. Anyway, you let me know, and I will talk to you soon. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And special shout out to my patrons, by the way, as always. You guys are the sauce on my noodles. Okay, I love you so much. Bye.